Very good tonight. K6MI, DM06. And you're coming right in today. K6 Mike Italy, DM05, DM06. DM06 down in Fresno. Very good. Well, we'll wait for everybody to show up on here. Good to catch you tonight, K6MI.
Dead quiet. They must still be in shock when we got boat that went airborne out there. Oh yeah, the big, I guess they had some kind of race out there, obviously over the weekend. My grandson and his family were out there, my daughter-in-law, they were all out there for the weekend for some kind of festivities. They were having some kind of race, and one of them big old pickup boats doing over 200 miles an hour went airborne. It was awesome. And the guys survived. That's a good thing. But over 200 miles an hour, and they went airborne and did a complete flip, 180. I mean, it was awesome. Yeah, it's pretty, fortunately. So, yeah, what did you think of riding? I'm sure they all change their drawers. Roger that. All right, back to you. We'll go back to there, I guess. 1184. Okay, I got another one for you, Mike. 1184. Try Madison again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, 1, 2.
Standing by for the net.
Yeah, who was that? K6MYC Bozo. I heard that nice CW, but I was too far away to read it. K6MYC Bozo Net, 2 meters.
KD6BQ, K6MI, and K6USY, all on here.
Really? KD6BQ is home already? That's odd. He's at home about 2 weeks early.
He just doubled with you.
Okay, Richard, KD6BQ, welcome back. Over. I forgot his number. I don't hear him at all right now, so we'll get him. Rob, what's BQ's number? 249 or something?
I think that's it. I'm looking it up right now.
Something 49. I can't remember the first number.
Yeah, he has a good signal in here.
Yeah, he's booming down here.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
$249.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was, 249. We have 249, Roger, Roger, Roger. 249, Roger, Roger, Roger.
620 here, too.
What was that?
620, W6PE.
Oh, hi, Ken. W6 Papa Echo 620. Good evening. Sorry I missed you last night. We got wrapped up and I got rummy after a while, I guess. Anyway, good to hear you.
KK6, ZKE 704.
Got your 704, Terry. Good evening to you.
Good evening to all.
KJ6TYO 1009.
1009. Hi, Ron.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Well, we got 982, Daryl, but I just didn't say hi, Daryl. Too many people tail-ending you there. Good evening, Daryl. And this was the big day. How'd you work out? Anything you can tell us, over?
No, it wasn't. No, 1 week ago today, it was the big day. She has been post-oping. I go tomorrow morning to get my other cataract done. Yeah, if we just keep going Fresno day after day after day.
Yeah, well, I was in there, but boy, my day was kind of, well, I got some things done, but it didn't work out like I wanted it to. Anyway, we won't dwell on that at the moment. I do have a new phone. People can call me again on my cell. And,
Good. Yeah, your other one, you would have had trouble answering it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said your other one, you would have had trouble answering it.
I would have had to walk all over the hillside and pick up one piece at a time, yeah.
Yeah, we find out she has an oncologist appointment next week, Tuesday, and then we find out if it's chemo or not. For sure, but we don't know about the chemo yet.
Yep, understand. Very good.
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Good evening, Aaron. Sounding better every day.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Okay. Have we heard Bill, AA6S or WA6AAJ in here?
AA6S 800 is in here.
800 is here. Good evening, Bill. I never did hear from Mike last night if he worked Ralph or not.
Well, he didn't actually. I worked Ralph and over there to the coast to Ron there, and I broke in, but you were talking to all these other guys, so I figured I'd tell you tonight. Anyway, I worked both of them. Go ahead.
No. Well, you got to break in. I need to know those things because we closed the net.
Well, I broke in, but you were talking to somebody else, and let me get this thing on here. There we go. I didn't have any power on. I did break in, but you went and talked to somebody in Sacramento, and I just had to go do something.
You know, somebody else should have responded. Rob was listening here.
No, whatever. Anyway, I worked both of them. The signal last night on 1296 would be up and then down to nothing and up and down. I mean, at LA, and it was pretty weird.
Yeah, pretty much the same every direction. Bill, it was the same way. I'd work a little bit of KR6MR and Meadow Vista, and then he would disappear, and then he'd come up good for a sentence, and then he would disappear, and everybody was doing massive heavy QSB.
Yeah, I know that, Bill, you talked to Ralph because I got in trouble this morning with an email from him why he wasn't on the list. I got to get you and Ken to tell me when you check Ralph in there on the 220 and the 1296, over.
I tried to. Anyway.
Well, send me a text.
I would, but I don't text.
Okay, well, you got my cell. Give me a call.
Okay, I can call. That's easy to do. Anyway. Yeah, Ralph was, signal was way up and then down, and Mike tried a bunch of times. It just didn't work. I mean, you could tell he was there, but that was it.
Yeah, the funny part is I called for Mike and you later. I didn't call for you, but I assumed that you would have been there, but apparently you didn't stick around. I called halfway through the net down that way to see if you'd worked them, but Mike had already left.
Yeah, I took off after you were going, heading to talking to the guys in Sacramento. I couldn't hear them.
1190.
Somebody there?
Yeah, Bozo 1190, KG6QHK, John checking in.
John, good evening. 1190, we got you.
WA6AAJ 727.
And we hear you, Mike. I guess you didn't work, Ralph, but Bill did, so we'll have to correct that anyway. I think Rob's already corrected the log because he got chastised for didn't put Ralph on the list, and Ralph read the list and said, "How come I'm not on there? I worked him."
Well, at least you know he's reading it. I tried to work him several times for probably 15 minutes, and I couldn't get through.
The funny part is you guys can always hear N6RO up here. You should have been able to hear it when I was working N6RO, and Ken can hear you if you called in at that time.
I didn't hear N6RO for some reason.
Hey, this is KG6USS 831 up here in the high desert looking over on the west side. Yeah, anybody copy over there in San Joaquin over to the west coast there?
A6MYC Bozo 47, John.
Hey, Mike, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. You're loud up here, so I'm sure there's others that will give you a call. Go ahead, guys, and work John and give him some North California check-ins, please. K6MYC standing by.
I got to get my antenna around.
Hey, good evening, John. KG6USS. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, number 432. Over.
Hey, Rob, how you doing tonight? Got you on the list. Thanks for checking in. How's it going out there on the flatlands over there?
Well, Mike and I are in the foothills a little bit here, around 1,000-foot plus elevation. Going good. It's going to start getting hot, but nice sunny day today.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, it was nice down here in the desert until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. It started getting all hazed up, and looks like the weather's going to change again out here.
Yeah, we're expecting some rain, I think, on the weekend, but until then, it's going to be nice, warm days.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, Rob, hey, thanks for checking in. Does anybody else that wants to check in on the Wednesday night Southern California out of the high desert here? This is Bozo 831 looking for check-ins.
Go ahead, Bill.
K6 Mike Italy, 711. K6 Mike Italy.
All right, hi 711, how you doing tonight?
Very good. A little QSB, K6MI.
Yeah, I got you kind of weak out here in the high desert. The conditions must be changing again as it's getting darker. But anyway, I got you on the list. Thanks for checking in. Anybody else want to check in for the Wednesday night Southern California Bozo Net? This is Bozo 831 out here in the high desert.
Number 6 Bravo Yankee Hotel 197.
197?
195. 195.
195. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger.
Whiskey Alpha 6, Alpha Juliet 727.
All right, 727. Boy, you just come blowing in there. Thanks for the check-in. I appreciate it.
Thank you, John. 73.
Roger, 73. Anybody else want to check in on the Wednesday night Bozo Net Southern California edition? Bozo 831, High Desert.
Able 6 Sugar, AA 6 Sierra, number 800, John, over.
Roger, Roger, AA 60 Sierra. Got you on the list. Thanks for checking in, 800.
QSL, thank you. Able 6 Sugar, good evening.
7-3. All right, anybody else before I go back to net control on the south side here?
I don't hear anybody else at the moment, John. We're missing WA60IB and one or two others. KC5DTU is not in here, but he doesn't usually turn around and work you either. So the only one that's so far missing that you would be able to work is OYB, over.
Copy that. Well, I got a good list of you guys out there, and I appreciate it. I think I've got 6 of you. Hey, that's a record for a while there. I haven't had that many on that contact. Mike, give me an exact QTH on you there, would you, please?
What was the question about my QTH? My exact QTH? Is that what you want?
Yes.
Well, Delta Mike 07, Delta Bravo. I'm just north of Millerton Lake, 25 miles northeast of Fresno, over.
Oh, okay, good deal. I don't know why, but I was thinking you were out on the coast out there. I thought you were north of Santa Barbara there.
No, we're very close to Rob. When you work Rob KM6SR, he's about 5 miles west of me and about 10 miles north of me or something. So we're close, but close enough that he's in coarse gold essentially, or could be called. Why do I always have trouble with this little town up here?
O'Neill's.
O'Neill's. He's in O'Neill's. Look up O'Neill's on the map, over.
Roger that. Okay, no, I'm not very familiar with the area out there, so yeah, I just don't know why. I was thinking you were out on, like I say, out on the coast up by the ocean there. All right, guys, hey, thanks for checking in, and y'all have a good rest of your week out there. This is Bozo 831, KG6USF, and we'll say 7-3, y'all. Going back to net control.
Roger, 7-3, John. See you Sunday night.
Center of California?
Double with you, Mike. Try it again.
I heard somewhere O'Neill's was the center of California.
It could be physically.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, it doesn't seem to promote that idea for some reason.
All those guys want to live in secret up there.
Because they're growing the grass.
Yep, the big bud, man.
All right, anybody else in the San Joaquin Valley before we turn over toward Atascadero? This is K6MYC Bozo Net, Central and Northern California. Nothing heard. We still need some more check-ins from the area here. But anyway, it was good to hear you, Mike, and 6BYH. Good to hear you in here tonight, over. Oh, he's gone already. Okay, let's go to Atascadero. He should be there.
W6QUI, W6QUI, A6S, you rounded Iron? I don't hear any Ron, Mikey.
I don't hear him either. I hear a terrible power line noise in that direction. That's not supposed to be that way. W6QUI, Ron, K6MYC. W6QUI, Ron, K6MYC, KN6EIV, KB6WRW. Anybody over there? Oh my, I guess not. Oh. Say again?
Yeah, we're here. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. It said on here. I couldn't answer right away. Good evening.
Good evening.
6QUI, Bozo 1055. Over.
You got your 1055, Ron. Thanks much. And you've got a couple of other people that want to say hi. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, evening, Bill. Loud and clear as usual.
Yeah, Mikey was calling. Did you hear him? Anyway, you're regular about 20 over 9 here.
had the noise limiter on and it distorted you so you're so darn loud. You know what that means. Anyway, I turned it off, so copy now. Yeah, you're super loud too.
Yeah, noise blinkers seem to do that when you get a little bit strong. They kind of roach up, go in the inner mod. Anyway, K6MYC, Mikey Laurie, AA6S.
I hear you, Bill. Go ahead. See, Bill doesn't hear me, though.
Hey, Bill, AA6S, Mike said go ahead.
Mike was calling you, Bill.
I didn't know he was calling you. They must have moved his antenna. I don't know what happened.
He's Q5 here. He just doesn't have good ears. 1,500 going his way.
He's hearing you, Bill.
Can you copy Ron? I can barely hear you, Mike, on this no. Can you copy Ron? Over.
Roger. I have Ron. Ron, tell him I got you. You're all checked in. Thanks, Ron.
Yeah. Now I checked in with him. He copied me. Bill, go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll get out of here then and try 73 through to Ron and not bother him. W6QUI, A6S. Good hearing you again.
Yeah, it seemed like this yesterday. Very good. Now we're stocked in again. Fog in the morning, fog at night. I was hoping to have better weather, but that's the way it goes over here. Okay. Very good. Let the net continue there. W6QUI 73.
73 is Ron. Yeah, keep the wood burning. See you later.
Okay, Ron. Well, 73's to you. One of these days we hope to have Eric in here, but I know that'll happen when it happens. Good evening to you. I don't think we'll hear you tomorrow night on 432, but you can let me know if we should pause and take a breath in your direction. Over.
No, I don't plan to be here tomorrow. Yeah, it's pretty regular every week. And yeah, I'll definitely let you know just in case. I think one time I was here, so I officially checked in once at least.
Yes, you did. That's why I know you've got the capability.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got 100 watts on that band, so yeah, it gets out pretty good.
Alrighty. Well, anyway, 7-3. Should have been a warm day over there. You were probably about 80 degrees over there today, weren't you?
Negative. I've been about 50 here at the house all day.
Oh, what do you got, summer fog?
Roger. It came blowing in this morning, and then we had high overcast, and then it blew back in tonight.
What a bummer. We were 80-something here today. We're going to be 80 until Saturday, and then we're going to get rain. 7-3. See you on Sunday. W6QY, K6MYC, the Northern California Bozo Net.
Yeah, I'll try and make it Sunday. I'm going out early, but if I get home in time, I'll check in. So,
Roger.
You'll understand.
Roger.
I can barely hear Ron. I tried to peek on him. Maybe he doesn't have his amp on.
You running barefoot tonight, Ron?
No, I got my, I'm running about 100 watts.
He's got 100 watts, Rob.
Okay, maybe he's still pointed down to Bill, too. Yeah, I've never heard him this week. Anyway.
Yeah, well, he's not that strong here either, but I got good copy on him. All right, 7-3, Ron. And we'll see you Sunday night, hopefully. W6QUI, K6MYC, going to Santa Cruz and Watsonville.
Okay, very good. 7-3, W6QUI clear.
See you later, Ron. I'm pointing the other direction, but you're still coming in good.
I think this is right for KW6S or AF6 United, K6MYC, calling and listening.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, and I've turned down towards Bill, and I'm hearing you both really good here tonight. And I have a real high noise level, so I'm wondering how I'm going to deal with that.
Bill, go ahead and call Tom.
AA6S, KW6S. Yeah, you guys had a dead heat there, and could get both of you. But yeah, things are going pretty well here. It sounds like it's warmer in the valley than here. We kind of overcast and comfortable but overcast today. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. AA6S, KW6S. Yeah, very good. Yeah. K6MYC, KW6S, 610.
Yeah, we've got you, no problem, Tom. Good signal over here. And I haven't heard anything from Lee yet, but maybe he's there. And we had a nice warm day over here, so I'm surprised that you had the bad summer weather on the coast there. They said it was about 50 degrees in the Tascadero today. We had about 80, 85 here, over.
I think we were somewhere in the 60s, but yeah, it was real overcast, but it wasn't as cold as it looked like it was going to be outside. I didn't get much done outside today, but maybe again tomorrow.
Okay, well, we'll look for you tomorrow. Of course, 4:32 should be easy. And let's see if Lee is in there. AF6 United. How about it, Lee? K6MYC in the group.
K6MYC, AF6 United, 1098. I am here tonight, and just like Tom, I was lucky to get into the 60s today because it was solid overcast here, and it's expected to be like that for the next several days, and I'm not sure if we're going to see any rain or not, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Okay. Well, we're supposed to have over 50% of chance of rain on Saturday, but it's coming out of nowhere because it's going to be very warm right up through Friday. And then it's going to drop like a rock and snow in the mountains and rain here on Saturday. So another blown out Saturday like it did last week.
Well, what does it matter to you? Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday? I kind of get the impression that you're pretty flexible in your being able to arrange your time. So I would imagine that Saturday would be just another day on the calendar. And okay, so that day it's going to rain, and otherwise, okay.
Well, that's true, except when it rains bad, like it did last Saturday, Frank couldn't come down. And he worked in the rain the day before and got a cold, and then he was sick, so he didn't come down. And I haven't seen Frank now for a week and a half, over.
Oh, that's terrible. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess there are those unintended consequences out there, but yeah, okay. Yeah, and what are you trying to do? Are you working on solar there or something?
Oh yeah, we got a lot of stuff to finish up on the solar. There's probably about a month's work. Not every day. He could finish it up in a week if he could stay with it, but he's got so many days that he can't be here. But there's a good week's worth of work, and then we'll have solar panels, an extra batch for the pump and the well system, and another 18 panels for the house, and that'll give us some serious headroom, over.
Oh boy, that's pretty impressive. I have 14 panels here right now. I'm thinking of adding a couple of more to power the shack, but that project is kind of on the back burner while I'm working on some of the other more fundamental things.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I will have 40 plus panels. I don't know exactly. I've forgotten. 30 plus 18. That must be 46 or so for the house, and we'll have about 28 panels for the well. So we have a lot of panels in the air. So a few more to go, and the plans are done, and we just haven't bought the pipe yet. The holes are dug for the pipes to hold the stanchions and all the materials here. We just haven't got Frank here to finish it. Over.
Wow, that's impressive. That's quite an extensive system there. Okay, well, I'll say 7-3 and stop tying up the net and let you get on with it. So K6MYC from AF6 United, back to you.
Okay, very good, and we'll look for you tomorrow night. Do you think you'll make it on 432 tomorrow?
I'm crossing my fingers. I'll try to be there. It looks like I will be. I just hope you can hear me.
Well, we heard you last week. I think we'll be all right. You were quite good last week. All right, 7-3, Lee. Thanks for checking in. Good to hear you. Back to you, Tom, for a new final, and then we'll move up into the Bay Area. KW6S and the group. Anybody want to say hello to Tom or Lee? Go ahead, please, on this side first. Over.
Yeah, 226 is here, and hello, Tom, WA60IB.
Tom meant maybe he went out somewhere while I was talking to Lee here. Can you copy Lee, Ken?
Well, I just walked in, so I don't know who's here. Yeah, let's see. AF6, AF6U? Is that his old car? I don't remember. Are you there, Lee? WA60IB.
WA60IB, AF6 United. Yes, I am here, and I've got a good solid copy on you. You're about an S3, something like that, and I don't even have my antenna really pointed the right way at you.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're about the same. You're not real loud, but plenty copyable. Okay, well, good evening to you. I just got here. I've been running around doing errands and stuff. Taking off for a few days, so I had to get a bunch of stuff done. So, have a great week. AF6U, WA60IB.
WA60IB from AF6 United. All right, 7-3, good luck, and hope you have a good trip, I guess. And I'll turn it back to you, Mike, K6MYC from AF6U.
Thank you, Mike.
WA60IB, KW6S.
Well, there's Tom. Hi, WA60IB.
Yeah, for some reason I hadn't moved my antenna, and I thought, oh, I should move my antenna up, and then there you were.
Okay, well, that's probably the reason. Anyway, we're just getting things gathered and getting ready for the 24th.
Oh, yeah, very good. Yeah, I should be there, and I might bring a bunch of stuff to sell. I just bought a bunch of stuff, and I only want about a third of it, so maybe the other 2/3 I'll bring down and sell. So that might be fun. WA60IB, KW6S.
Well, that'd be great. Yeah, you're welcome too. You betcha. That's what it's all about. Okay, yeah, I'm taking off tomorrow for a few days, going down to Joe's QTH K6 BMW. Going to spend the next few days with Nida, his widow. Going to Nagin to visit her, and I'm gathering up all the rest of his stuff and bringing it up for the 24th. So I'll be gone tomorrow through Saturday. So that's my whereabouts going to be. WA60IB.
And you'll probably be, let's see, then you've got another weekend, and then you're in Dayton.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to Dayton this year. Yep, I don't think I can make it. Some things have come up, and the funds have wandered away. I had a tooth that cracked into 3 places, and they had to pull it out, and they're going to be putting in a what do you call it, the screw-in thing anyway, and so there goes all my money.
Implant.
Yeah, the implant. I'm going to be implanted.
Yeah, okay, I have one of those, and that was when I was still working, and I, unfortunately, one of the women I was working with, she she had had the same thing done, and I said maybe a little too loudly that I wanted to ask her about her implants. Yeah, she took it well. She knew what I meant. The people around us didn't, but she knew what I meant. Yeah, mine turned out real good. So if that's the way it has to go, it's not a bad route.
Yeah, well, I usually use my miles to go, but we used up our miles for a wedding we had to go. Took Gwen back to Tennessee, a few weeks ago to her nephew's wedding. So there went my miles. So said, well, no problem. I'll just buy some tickets, and then there went my money. So no dating this year. Doggone it. WA60IB.
Well, I'm going to be skipping it too. I really thought I was going to put it together and go, but now I'll just have to hold out on whether I'm going to go to Friedrichshafen. Anyway, back to you, Mike. WA60IB, KW6S.
Hey, good evening, Tom. KW6S, KM6SRR.
Tom, are you copying Rob there?
Yeah, I had a little minor fumble here. KM6SRR, KW6S. Yeah, I was thinking about you today because I ended up with another one of those 220 transverters.
Okay. Yep, I had 2 of those implants done, and they worked out well, so that's a good thing. They do a good job.
We need a 222 transverter for the beacons over here, so talk to me.
Oh, well, I ended up with another one like I think Rob got from me, as I remember, at the last flea market I went to. This one I actually have a use for, I think, and so I'm going to play with a little bit. It came in a big batch of stuff that I'm picking up.
Oh, okay. So if you find you don't need it, we could perhaps fit it into the beacon array up there that Frank's running.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I need to change the crystal in it, but now I actually have a way to do that, so I'll have to give that a try.
Is your phone ringing?
Yes, it is. I know. I'll make return the call as soon as we're done here.
I think we're done. I got to move on. The guys will be wondering what the hell we're doing down here so long. No problem. 7-3, Tom, and we'll catch you tomorrow on 432. AF6 United with KW6S, K6MYC clear, and moving up to the Bay Area. WB6JNN. Take one, Jim, and I'll peek on you.
Yeah, okay. K6MYC. Nothing. I think I'm finally getting over being sick the last couple of days. And my daughter, who was in China, is using, got me the medicine they use on their COVID patients, which is a combination of various ingredients. So I'm not sure this is COVID or just a regular cold. I looked at the published thing about COVID. Yeah, every symptom is the same as a common cold. So yeah, okay.
Well, do you have taste?
Yeah, I have taste. It's off a little bit, but that's normal if I have just regular flu, so that's what I'm attributing it to. Well, I'll get a kit and check it out and see what it says, although those only have a 40% reliability, I hear.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you're getting over it or you're already past the peak, if you're just starting into it, if you have some ivermectin, you should take that, or some monoclonal antibodies, or some what was the other one? For God's sake.
Oh, there's all kinds of things people say, and I don't have many of those around the house, so there's that.
Well, I I think they made it legal to sell ibuprofen now in California. I know you can buy it in Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, ivermectin is legal everywhere in the world except here, apparently.
Well, there was a reason for that. You know, they couldn't rush the vaccination stuff by without passing all the tests. They couldn't rush it if they had anything else on the market that would have solved the problem. And there was 5 other drugs that were all banned, ivermectin being one of them, and I mentioned a couple of others, and they were all banned for the reason that Fauci said, no, if we ban those, then we could go ahead and rush the vaccination through. Over.
Yeah, I know the whole story. What can I say? Big money talks bigly.
Yeah, it was a gigantic boondoggle. It's they ought to hang the boy up by his you know what. Okay, Jim, I hope you feel better and get over it quickly there. WB6JNN for your final, and then we'll listen for others in the Bay Area. I can't get a peek on you. It's all there, but I can swing 10 degrees, and I'm not seeing any change. So it's kind of mushy tonight. K6MYC.
Oh, I've looked at the path and our path is definitely got many peaks in it. 4. And I hit the top of each one of them in and I think it's just knife edge to knife edge to knife edge and then down into the valley. And you've got some ground climbing going up to your place from the valley too. So I think it's just that things, you know, things are just unsettled.
Yeah, a little bit of the QSB left over from last night. Boy, 1296 is going up and down like a rocket ship. 10, 15 dB of fade margins. It was terrible. All right, 7-3, Jim. Good evening. And see you tomorrow night on 432, hopefully. WB6JNN, K6MYC, QRZ, Bozo Net, Bay Area. Check-ins, please.
Kilowatt Bravo 6, Juliet Sugar. Bozo Net is 1192.
KB6JSM, Juliet Sugar Mike. Good evening, John. And a little better copy. It's still a little broken up, but we got you. I think it's, what is it, 1193, John?
1192. What?
1192. Okay, I was off by 1. I knew I was close. Very good. Very good. I've got some power line noise in here tonight, so it's not real good copy, but we've got you. And I can't really discern whether the audio is clean or not. We have to get somebody up there locally to tell me whether you've made an improvement on the audio there. Because when I have the blanker on, it chops it all up. The KB6 Juliet Sugar Mike near San Jose, K6MYC. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, but my Bozo radio a little bit away from the window, so it should be a little bit better on the audio there. Over.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't copy that. Could you repeat it one more time? I'll try again. Go ahead.
Bozo radio away from the window, so it's not so close to the beam. So that might improve the audio. Over.
Seem to at this end.
What is that? Who is helping out? Said this end. Go ahead.
Well, that was me, WB6J, and I said it's cleared up on this end, although earlier you were breaking up a little bit. So there you go. Back to you, Mike.
Now, what did he say? I couldn't bring out the words.
Oh, he said he moved it away from the window more. So maybe he was getting a direct reflection back into the radio.
Oh, okay. Good deal. Yeah, it's a little better. I can't tell though. I get this darn power line noise in there, but it's still not as clean as it could be, but it's probably better. Very good, John. You're making headway. I know you've got a really tough situation that you're working in, a very limited situation there. Anyway, thanks again for checking in. We appreciate it, and hopefully we'll hear you on 432 tomorrow night. WB6 KB6 JSM K6MYC. Good evening. Who else do we have in the Bay Area? Come on, guys. K6MYC, Bozo Net, Bay Area.
WB6GGY, Bozo 884, Bozo 884.
Okay, hi Phil. WB6GGY 884, we got you. Not real loud, but readable. And we'll look for you when I get just a little further up towards Sacramento here. Hang in there a second, Phil. All right. Let me see. One more call, W6PQL. Where are you, Jim? No, Jim. Okay, I'm going to come back to the Bay Area later then for late checks and miss because we had very poor participation there. Let me go up to Oakley.
Hey, Mike, who did you get before John, 1192?
Jim, 285.
Okay, yeah, I thought there might have been somebody in the middle. Thank you, KM6SR, standing by.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it turned out just to be Jim helping out with reading John there. All right, I'm toward Oakley, N6RO, N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. And something's not looking right here, but I guess, can you copy okay?
Yeah, I still got the rough edges on 2 meters here, but you're okay.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what that is. It's the same radio, but actually it's 3 radios in one, so the 2 meter segment has a problem. Anyway, we're Bozo 835, located Charlie Mike 97, and had a wonderful dinner featuring Alaskan halibut that I buy in quantity from a company up in Washington. It's the best fish dish I've ever had tonight. And the veggie was broccoli. Temperature range was 49 to 85. Actually had to run the cooler a little bit this afternoon. So summer is here. N6RO.
Oh boy, okay. Well, we had about the same temperature here. It wasn't quite that cold. That we were in the 50s, high 50s overnight, and then it came up to about 85 in the daytime. It's glorious. I'm sitting here in my T-shirt. It's totally dark outside, and the door to the barn is open. I'm sitting out in the open air, essentially. So it's still pretty warm here. Very nice. Can stay like this forever as far as I'm concerned. Good evening, Ken, and good to hear you. Can you go barefoot a second?
Yeah, stand by.
You got to put the amp back on. I don't have enough copy on you, barefoot. I have good copy. I can read you what you're saying, but I've got power line noise, and I don't think it's that bad. It's probably because I have the blanker on. I just remembered I had the blanker on, so you're going to sound a little more ragged with the blanker on again. So ignore my previous statement about the audio. I think it's fine. So anyway, you're plenty loud with the amp on. Let you go, and of course we'll look for you tomorrow night. We had a day in town that was bordering on a disaster. We did get some things done, but the main reason I went in was to get my new hearing aids, and that turned into a total debauched situation. I didn't get the new hearing aids. They turned out to be a different brand that didn't work with my Bluetooth boxes that I have from Oticon, and I said, okay, well, that's not going to work. So I canceled the whole deal, and they lost an $8,000 sale. Over.
Yeah, understand. I'm still using the, I'm at 100.
You just went away.
Somehow it went to the CW mode.
Yeah, did it again.
Hello, 1, 2.
Yeah, now you're back.
Yeah, N6RO at 100 watts.
I've got you fine at 100 watts now.
Yeah, okay. I won't bother with the amplifier. I had a comment, but I forgot it. As usual, what you having for dinner?
Well, I haven't eaten yet. The boys are here, and my grandson and my son were. It's going to be a wonderful dinner. We got shish kebabs with something on the skewer and a big, beautiful piece of steak. But so I haven't had mine yet. It's under a cover, keeping warm, waiting for me to finish the net here. Over.
Sounds good. Let's. N6RO in Oakley.
Yeah, it keeps tripping. It keeps tripping, Ken. Over.
Tripping. Hello. Let me look at the watt meter here. Hello. 100 watts.
Okay, well, it was fine that time. You just get half a word out, and all of a sudden you disappear.
Oh boy, mysteries continue.
Put the amp back on again.
The radio went off. Some strange things going on here.
Yeah, you got Mr. Murphy's in your shack. Did you let him in on purpose?
Yeah, not only on this radio, but my primary remoting station, the Flex, its computer has been rebooted.
There it goes again. Just kicked out.
Yeah. It doesn't like 100 watts. Maybe 75 is better.
Okay, but I haven't heard you turn the amp on yet.
Okay, amplifier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, that sounds good. Good and strong. When you said you had the amp on before, I don't think you had it on. You're much louder now.
Yeah, okay. I think it was the drive power was down a little bit. Anyway, see you tomorrow.
Alrighty. Thanks much, and have fun. And I'll go in and enjoy my dinner, and I'll be thinking about yours. Haha. That's Alaskan halibut. Sounds wonderful. We'll have to figure out how to get some of that.
Yeah, I forget the company's name, but they're in Washington, and they have, top of the line seafood and all sorts of stuff. I buy it in quantity. I got 12 fillets for $185. It comes in a dry ice container that keeps it frozen. I mean, really frozen, down near zero. And they're excellent company. And the total, the price per pound is still under $30. So it's a luxury I enjoy. See you tomorrow.
Now, give me the name of the company. We might just do that. Put some of that up like you are. Buy a quantity. We've got a friend up there in Olympia, and he may know the company as well. But if you can give me that company name tomorrow, or a contact information of telephone number or something, and we'll give them a call. Thank you.
Yeah, I can get it right now in about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Here we are. I got their catalog. The company is called Northwest Wild Foods. Northwest Wild Foods, and I don't see their website here, but I bet if you Google them, you'll find it.
Okay, we'll go with that. Thanks much. I got it, and I'll take that in and have Judy look it up tonight and see what we get. Thanks, Ken. See you tomorrow. N6RO, Oakley, K6MYC.
Yeah, the internet address is, let's turn the light on here, www. That's better. NWWILDFOODS. NorthwestWildFoods.com.
Okay. I got it. Ken, are you here at WA6OIB? Ken was in here. I'm sure he wants to say hello to you, but maybe he had to step into the house. WA6OIB, K6MYC.
I think he was over in the 10-meter net.
Oh, 10-meter net tonight. I forgot. Okay. You missed him, Ken. 7-3.
You'll catch him tomorrow.
Probably. All right, going to Sacramento. Here we go. In the meantime, N1 PPP, are you out there somewhere, Dave? N1 PPP, K6MYC. Well, let me go to Sacramento then. KO6KD, Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta. Ken? Bill, are you there?
This is 6MR. Bill, we'll be back.
Okay, I heard you, but you're very weak, John. Bill won't be back. He's gone somewhere, and I didn't get that. But maybe you can peek on me. I tried peeking on you, but you just went away. Over.
As soon as I stop talking too quick. I am doing my 100 watts. Yeah, okay. 4 IDs, KR6MR, Bozo 759. Bill said he had to go to the front of the house for something, and that does take a length of time for him. So he should be back shortly. Over.
Okay, well, I'll log him in, and we'll pick him up, and hopefully I'll hear Darren in here as well. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I've taken a little rest for the last 2 days. I tried walking a little over a mile. My hip really complained, so I'm relaxing a little bit.
I missed a little bit of that about the last 2 days, and you did something, and I just got it at the bed again at the end. What happened for 2 days?
Okay, I walked a little over a mile 2 days ago, and it irritated my hip. So I have been playing the couch potato for 2 days now. Over.
Okay. All right, Mr. Couch Potato. Probably the best thing to do. I'm sorry about that, but I know you're trying to make it happen and get it healed up, and that sometimes only aggravates those things. All righty. Well, I'll check for Bill, and later on the way back from Nevada. I guess KD6BQ is back early. I thought he wasn't coming back till middle of May, but maybe he cut the trip short for some reason. Anyway, we hope to hear Richard up there shortly. But in the meantime, let's see if KD6 KFB, Kilo Delta 6, KJ6 KFB. Darren, are you here?
WB6 ISL.
KJ6 KFB, K6MYC. Darren? I hear you, Dennis. Hang on. I don't hear Darren. Okay, Dennis, go ahead, 86.
Pleasant good evening, WB6 ISO, Bozo 86. And good evening, Judy. Hope she's doing fine and you're doing fine. And if you're ready, I do have a few check-ins there for you when you're ready.
Yeah, okay, you've done something weird to the audio. You got a whole bunch of extra bass in there, huh? Did you do something?
No, the band just did something, but your signal just went down to nothing, then all of a sudden came back, so... some kind of a fading business. I don't know for sure what was going on.
KR6MR.
Go ahead, John.
Say again, please. Dennis to send the net control. He's off frequency.
Okay, is that you, Ken?
That was John, KR6MR.
Oh, thank you, John. No, okay. Yeah, maybe I bumped the knob. No, okay, that a little better?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. And a pleasant good evening, John. Okay, is that a little better for you now there, Mike?
Yeah, Roger, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, and a good evening to you, John. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. We got 160, KA6OSX, Mr. Kent 160. Would like to be checked in. And also, N1, Papa, Dave, that's 336. And I'll give you one more, and then we'll take a look.
I'm ready.
We got N6BX, November 6 Bravo X-ray, Mr. Larry, number 782, break.
Go ahead.
And KA6, November Bravo Charlie, KA6 NBC, Mr. Richard at 849.
Okay.
And we also have N6TNI. I don't know if he's going to be here to check in himself or not, but anyway, 132.
Got it. Go ahead.
Okay, and the last one I have is K6LBTJR at 1101, over.
Roger.
And that's about all I have for you this evening, and a pleasant good evening to you. Hope everything's doing fine.
Yeah, not bad. We had kind of a ragged day. Nothing worked like it should today. Everything was out of kilter. Judy's not feeling real well, but we're working on that. She's got a cough that's a dry cough, but sometimes it isn't. It's been hassling her for a couple of weeks here. So we're trying to get that under control. Otherwise, I'm waiting to get done with the net here so I can go in and have my dinner. The boys fixed a glorious dinner tonight, but I had to leave before they finished cooking stuff there. So there you go. Thanks, Dennis. Got everything all okay, and we'll take one more standby for Daryl or Bill. And if we don't hear him, we'll go to Redding and leave the antenna right here for another few minutes. KO6KD, Bill, are you back?
Yes, I am. Sorry for the delay, but I had something I had to take care of, and I could not wait out front. Good evening, Dennis, and everybody else on the Bozo Net, KO6KD, number 776.
Sounding good, very loud.
Yes, very nice signal. And hi, Dennis. Yeah, no, you sound great. Good S9 signal here.
Yeah, you're loud, way louder than John tonight. Boy, it's funny how it switches around there. And I have not heard anything from Darren yet, but maybe he's here.
He was in on Simplex a little while ago, but then I think he had to go inside. He gets pulled out of so many different directions so much of the time. It's hard to be. He's got a tough time down there.
Okay. How about it, Darren? KJ6KFB, are you listening here? I'll catch you somewhere along the line here, I'm sure, Bill. K6MYC, Darren? Okay, he's floating around somewhere. We'll get him. Thanks, Bill. And, of course, we'll see you in the morning. Had a kind of a disastrous day, but I'll go into all that tomorrow.
I'm sorry to hear that. I was really hoping you had some word on what was causing Judy's malady. So, okay, we'll see you in the morning, KO6KD.
Roger. I do have a new phone. So the phone is here, but I did not get a chance to try my new hearing aids. I went in to get them, and unfortunately they don't work. They're not compatible with all my Bluetooth boxes here, which I've got about $900 in, and I'm not going to switch them out. So the guy that ordered the hearing aids didn't tell me that they weren't the same brand, and I was going to have to buy all new Oticon boxes. Not Oticon, but Bluetooth boxes. So we're trying to work out a deal. But I didn't take the hearing aids, so I'm just working with my old ones and putting everything back to ground zero. But I do have a new phone, and it's starting to work okay, over.
I don't know why that's the case. It's still at Apple. Apple products should still be fine.
Oh, the Bluetooth boxes that come with these things, that work with the hearing aids, that come from the company that makes the hearing aid, it's proprietary. Then they don't allow their Bluetooth code to work on any other hearing aid. I don't know how they do that, but the Bluetooth box that works with Oticon and nobody else's. The Moderna box works with Moderna Hurricanes, but not on anything else, and so on and so forth. Over.
Yeah, but Bluetooth is Bluetooth, and that's interfacing to the phone. So, I'm sorry. Obviously I don't know what I'm talking about, but it don't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. I'll get out of the way.
It's the Bluetooth connection. The phone works with either hearing aid. That's not a problem. But it doesn't work with if I want it for the ham radio here, and I have one Bluetooth box in this shack, and I have one in the house, and they were about $400 a piece. I don't want to buy two new ones for the new hearing aids unless we can cut some kind of a deal. So that's what I'm working on. So I did not pick up the new hearing aids. So that was a big disappointment. Over.
Oh, I understand now. Forgive me. See, that's what happens when I stick my nose in where it wasn't supposed to be. Okay, I did not understand that.
Alrighty. Anyway, let me shoot over the top of you and see if I can get the Reading boys in here, and then we'll come back and see if we can pick up Darren on the way back here.
Roger.
See you tomorrow night or tomorrow morning, and if I miss you there for some reason, we'll see you tomorrow night on 432, Bill. KO6KD 776 K6MYC clear, and looking toward Reading. Going to move the antenna a little bit more to the north. I think that'll help a little bit. Reading. KD6 Sugar Whiskey and KO6HS. K6MYC Bozo Net calling and listening. Okay, I heard a very, very, very weak signal. It's probably 145. I didn't even hear 145 out of all that, so it's very, very awful. I'm surprised the band is pretty good in all other respects here. So I don't know why it's so poor for you guys tonight. Anyway, let's see if Jerry's in there. Maybe it's up a little bit for him. KO6HS 230. KO6HS, K6MYC. Jerry? Wow. Well, I don't hear anything from Jerry. Let me try one more time for you, Rich, and then I'll see if I can get a peek on you somewhere here. If I can't, we'll look for you in 5 minutes after I get done with Nevada. We'll come back and look for you one more time when I get done with Nevada. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, Scotch Whiskey, K6MYC, over. I hear you come back every time, but it's so weak it's not readable. All I can tell is there's a signal there. It's very poor. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I'll see you in 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes there. 7-3 for now. KO6, KD6SW, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Sacramento area before I go to Nevada?
WA6HNA 1013.
Hey, 1013, and I think Phil was waiting. I don't know if Phil was in there. He didn't come back in when I got pointed up your way. Good evening, Greg.
BGY.
Go if you doubled with them, Phil. Try one more time.
Yeah, WB6GGY, Bozo 884.
Yeah, you're louder this way. Thanks. I did not get my new hearing aids today. You may have heard the story about that. I won't repeat it. And we'll tell you more about it on the band on 40 meters tomorrow, where we have more time and less people waiting. Anyway, good evening, Greg. You're sounding good. WA6HNA, K6MYC.
K6MYC, WA6HNA. Very good. Glad that Phil is there. And Phil, I will get over to your house about 9 o'clock tomorrow. Is that okay?
Let me, yes, I believe so. I'll talk to you afterwards.
Okay, QSL. Yeah, Mike, we're trying to get a 6-meter antenna to point more at you than instead of up to outer space. It's
got a couple chips right now. Kind of lost it back on the mast on the tower, so we're going to fix that tomorrow. All right, back over to you, Mike.
Okay, very good. Well, good luck with that. We'll talk to Phil in the morning about that, I'm sure. Thank you, Greg, and we'll let it go, and I'll try one more time for Reading. Your signal came way up really loud and then went right down, 10 or 15 dB of fade up and down, massive fade. 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow probably.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf 971.
Okay, good evening, Dave. I hear you, 971. Are you feeling okay today with the warm weather?
Not really. I don't know. I'm kind of hit or miss today all day. It's like it's really hard to breathe for some reason.
I'll be darned. It's such a nice day, I would think you wouldn't even have thought about it, but hopefully it'll clear up for you. All right. I'm trying to get the Reading guys in here or see if there's anybody else in Sacramento. Stand by a sec. Sacramento, anybody left up there before I go to Nevada?
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo is here.
I got you not any stronger than I had you off the back of the beam, though, Mike. W6PE, how are you?
Doing good. Well, we can see how it is when you're pointing towards Nevada. I'm not sure what works the best, but yeah, the last weekend was all rainy, so couldn't get any antenna work done, and this weekend's going to be rainy, so maybe in another couple of weeks I'll have the horizontal antennas up.
Yeah, okay. I moved the antenna. I got a little better peak on you, so this should be better. Okay, no problem. I know how it is, and it is kind of funny that we're going to have rain. Last Saturday was pretty serious for you. You got an inch up there, maybe more. And it's supposed to rain again. We're supposed to get 50% chance, and that means you'll get rain for sure. So I guess you are washed out again, so to speak, Mike. No problem. It'll happen when it happens. And then you'll have all the god darn hot weather that you want. W6PE 7-3 for now. Let me see if I can get anybody else before I go to Nevada here. I did come close to Nevada now for you. K6MYC.
All right, Mike. 73, I'll be listening for a little bit here, and then I'll be heading to bed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm running late. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm anxious to get out of here and get dinner. See you later. W6 Papa Echo, Oakhurst, K6MYC. Okay, Nevada. Try it again. Nevada, KD6BQ, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC.
I just want to jump in there. W6BE, let you know. Yeah, you're definitely peaked here.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, okay. Hey, Richard, welcome back. You're about a week and a half early, aren't you?
Negative. We're exactly on the schedule there. The 29th of April, they put us off the ship, and we got home from Milwaukee last night about 10 o'clock, over.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you were going to be gone until about May 13.
Nope, this is the originally scheduled time, although, I don't know, I might have said the middle of May just to, because I wasn't quite sure at the time, over.
Oh, yeah, I think that's what I put in my head. Anyway, I kept thinking you wouldn't be back, but good to hear you anyway, and hopefully you had an enjoyable trip. You can tell us all about it. However, tonight I really prefer if I hold off on it because I want to go get some dinner. The boys cooked a fabulous meal with shish kebab and steak and stuff, and I haven't had it yet. So it's sitting there getting cold, waiting for me to come in the house. So I'm trying to get done with the net quickly here. But great to hear you back, and I'm sure we'll, and I heard you check in. You checked in way back at the early days. We heard you, and a lot of people heard you on CW there, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yep, I copied the response also. So anyway, yeah, we'll let you go get dinner. We had a great time, and we can talk about it later. But we got to see a good chunk of the world that we've never seen before. So anyway, we'll keep it short so you can get your dinner before it gets totally cold. Over.
Yeah, how'd you enjoy the Panama Canal?
I thought it was very interesting. First time I'd been through it, and it was interesting to watch, and it was also pretty hot.
Yeah, hot and sweaty, I'm sure. I've been at the Panama Canal, and I visited it and watched it work, but I've never been on a boat that went through it, so I had a funny kind of view at it. I had a friend that was living down there at the time, and we were down there doing some commercial, or actually TVRO installations in the Panama area. And we'll talk more about that another time, but good. And I'm glad you're back, and no other issues, no illness on the trip, and you had a good time. That's the main thing. KD6BQ, we haven't had very much from Larry. He's been very much absent. One or two check-ins maybe every other week or so. So we got to put the pointy stick in him and maybe help him out. Maybe he's got problems. He can't get up on the roof anymore or do some climbing. He's got antennas that got blown around in the wind a little bit. So maybe you guys can figure out how to get Larry back on the air more regularly here. KD6BQ, and then I'll see if Daniel's there. I've been working Daniel on 40 a little bit. He's got a 40-meter wire up for the contest this weekend. And, of course, he's been working here, but he only has 2 meters. KD6BQ for your final 6MYC.
Yeah, very good there, Mike. Yeah, we'll get a hold of Larry here in a few days. We get everything unpacked and recuperated here, and see how he's doing, and see what could be done maybe to help him get things going again. So anyway, we'll say 7-3 for now, and good to hear your voice again. And some other evening we'll chat a little more about the trip there. K6MYC, KD6BQ, 7-3.
You can also join us in the morning on 40. You know, the 7137 group is still getting together, starting about 8:30 our time. So if you want to come in there and chat, and it's a more relaxed atmosphere. And I'm sure a lot of the guys there would be interested in your trip experiences. Thanks much. Okay, let's see. Daniel, are you here? KE7UQL, K6MYC.
Roger. Here is 272. Mike, since you're up strong right now, give Eric a call. I'll stand by.
Okay, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu. N7 VAZ. Eric, I wonder if you're in there tonight. K6MYC calling N7 VAZ and standing by.
N7 VAZ, number 1193, over.
Yeah, 1193, we got you all okay. It's a little fluttery, but perfectly Q5. Good to hear you, Eric, and thanks very much for being there. Take a transmission, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu in the group, K6MYC, over.
K6MYC from N7 VAZ. You have a nice strong signal here. Occasional phase, but very copyable. Appreciate that. 7-3 to you in the group. This is N7 VAZ, Bozo 1193.
Yeah, tell me right now, while I got good copy, what bands do you have starting at 6 meters and working up? What bands do you have that you'll be checking in on so I make sure I listen for you? Over. You went back down to the noise. Let me ask Daniel. I heard 222. He's got 2 meters, 222, and what else, Daniel?
I think he has 3 bands, 2 meters, 222, and 432, over.
Okay, good. Well, we'll look for you tomorrow night then, Eric. We will look for you tomorrow night on 432. 73s for now, and thanks very much for your participation here from the Reno area. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, K6MYC, 7-3. Now, good, we caught that on the peak. He went down to not quite readable, but I can tell he's in there. Thank you, Daniel. And I don't know, K7SUN, Stan, by any chance, are you out there in Fallon, Nevada?
K7SUN, Mike. Not a real good copy. Not a real good copy tonight. K7SUN, Bozo 442, over.
Well, it's better when I point at you, but I'm not going to point at you if you're not there. Because you're not in the direction that peaks for the other guys. The guy up in Reno, I have to point almost due north for, and I point about 13 degrees more to the east for you, Stan. Good to hear you. Thanks for the 442. How you been keeping? What happened? Hey, K7SUN, booming signal, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, I got it back here. So, as an operator error on my part, you're doing just fine. So, yeah, Mike, pretty good copy now. So, yeah, my headphones come unplugged, come loose, so I had to fix it.
I hear you. That happens to me, or something similar that makes me pause for a moment as well. I wasn't sure that you had just lost me, and you did, but not for propagation reasons. Okay, very good, Stan. Good to hear you. What I asked you is hope everything's going well for you, and you're enjoying the warming trends of the summer coming. I guess we're going to have some snow this weekend, though. Over.
Yeah, it sounds like we'll probably just get some rain, but no snow here. Lori is doing really good, so yeah, we're pretty much back to normal, thank goodness. So anyway, yeah, hopefully I'm going to see if I can catch you on 40 meters tomorrow morning. I'd love to do that, so I will see if I can find you.
Yep, 7137, I'm sure you'll hear us. I'm pointing right up your way. Because I work a friend in Montana. Well, he's not going to be there this week, but we also work one station in Olympia, Washington, so I have the beam aimed right up that way, right across you there. So it should be no problem hearing you if you're in there at all with anything on 40. I run about 1,200 watts in a 2 or 3 element Yagi at 90 feet heading that way, Stan. You'll hear me. If you don't hear me, it means we got a blackout. Over.
Oh no, I'm sure I will hear you. The question is, will you hear me? So yeah. Anyway, I will try to catch you in the morning. Over.
Well, I'm sure I'll hear you. Daniel was pretty good copy in here the other day. He's got a little quarter wave or a half wave wire at 20 feet and 100 or 50 watts. 50 watts and a small wire, and I heard Daniel all okay. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I got a Carolina Wyndham at 50 feet and probably about 800 watts, so you should hear me.
Oh, yeah, you'll be crushing me. No problem. All right, we'll look forward to it. 7137. Sometimes a little bit below that, there's another group that meets on 7139, and if they run long, they usually finish up by 8:30, but if they run long, we go down to 7135 or 36. Over.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. I'll let you continue on. I don't want to hold you up from dinner, so 73, Mike.
Okay. Thanks, Stan. Great to hear you. And the only one that's missing here now is Larry, N7WT. N7 Whiskey Tango. Larry, are you here? Larry's not here. All right, 73 is Daniel, 73 is Richard and Stan and Eric, and we'll catch up with you guys, perhaps some of you on to 432 tomorrow.
K6MYC, K7UQL, over.
Yeah, go ahead, Daniel.
Yes, last night I overheard your conversation with N6RO, so I've gone ahead and added a 75-meter antenna. I'll be able to work him on 2 bands, over.
Oh, good. That'll make him happy. I'm sure he'll look forward to that. Thanks for that, Daniel.
Okay, so if when you talk to him next time, tell him I'm ready to test. Over.
Well, I'll talk to him on 432 tomorrow night, right here.
Okay, we'll listen to you on the live stream. This is KE7UQL.
What frequency do you want to use on 80 meters if he wants to go to test right at that point?
Okay. We'll keep it ready. KE7UQL 73.
What frequency do you want to use on 80 meters? 3795 or something?
How about 3950?
What frequency?
3.950.
You've taken a massive fade. Give it to me a couple of times. What frequency on 80 meters and what mode?
Okay, lower sideband, and the frequency is 3.950.
Oh, 3950? What are you doing way up there?
Well, that's about all the antenna I have for that, over.
Okay, well, he may not be able to get way up there. This is a DX station, but I'm sure he'll figure out something there. All right, 3950, I'll suggest that. And if you're listening on the stream, I'll tell him to go there and give you a call, and we'll see what happens. Thank you, Daniel. Good luck, and we'll see you after on Sunday night with the results from your weekend there. Have fun. And KE7UQL, K6MYC clear, and one last listen for N7 Whiskey Tango. Nothing heard. 7-3 all. Did. Okay, I'm going back to Sacramento. I see if I can get the Redding boys in here.
756.
Oh, there's another one that we were looking for. We got you now, Darren. 756. Go ahead.
Good evening, Mike. Well, I'm making a little bit of progress up here. I got the hard line ran up the mast and down to the shed here. Antenna acquired and assembled and up on the roof. I just need to make some jumpers, so I should be good for next week.
Good deal. We'll be looking forward to working you. It was really terrible conditions, so you didn't miss much last night, over.
Oh, yeah, you never know. So, ERP is probably, well, I figure I might get 6 watts to the antenna.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Well, we'll see what it will do, and then I compare that with John up there, and he has a rough time with you. And what can I say? He's got, 100 watts, I guess, or 60 watts plus the 4 base. So, well, we'll see what we can do with it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think we'll hear you. We may just have to work you on the peaks. That's kind of what we've had to do. John was up and down yesterday, good at times and not so good other times. Some days it's easy. Some days it's almost non-existent. So, but we're coming into the better part of the year. It should be pretty good there, Darren. Thanks for checking in here. I'll take a listen for the Redding boys one more time, and then we'll get on here. Get over to the Bay Area for late checks and missed.
Sounds like a plan, Mike. Have a good one. KP6, AFB 756.
Okay, Redding. Let's try one more time for Redding. KD6SW or KO6HS. Either one of you guys still there. KD6SW, K6MYC, over.
Of course, much better signal now, Mike. KD6 shortwave, Redding 145. How copy?
Yeah, perfect copy now. Boy, it was just down in the mud before. I knew it was you, but I just couldn't be sure. So we logged you in anyway, but it's always nice to hear readable audio. Hi. Let's see if Jerry's in there. KO6HS. Jerry, how about it?
Sure. KO6HS 230. Launch signal Sadie. We're in here. Over.
Okay, we got you 230 and solid copy. Not quite as strong as Rich, but that's just normal up and downs. Very good. Thanks very much. I'm glad I was able to come back and get you because I just couldn't hear a thing on the way up. So now that we're into total darkness, maybe that's the key here. Maybe it's a total darkness thing that's going to make it regular and steady for us. I don't know. Who knows about this band? Anyway, back to you, Jerry, and hopefully you've had some nice weather up there. But I guess we're going to get some rain for the weekend there. When is yours due? KO6HS with KD6SW, K6MYC.
Roger.
I hear you. Okay, on your 80 degrees, we were about 85 today, and we were supposed to get some of that rain Saturday, so let's hope it gets down here. We need one more wet spell. We didn't get much in the last one. They got 1 inch in coarse gold 15 miles north of here, and I didn't get squat here. I mean, it made the ground wet, but that was it. It was hardly measurable. Thank you, Jerry. Good luck. See you on Sunday night. KO6HS, up to you, Rich, and finish it up. KD6SW, K6MYC.
Okay, yeah, well, we can use one more spout of rain. I just put a bunch of seeds into there. Not seeds, but little plants in today. Some sunflowers and corn. So I need a little bit more rain to give us a bit of a boost there. Okay, yeah, nice warm day. I suppose it's supposed to get up around 90 degrees here the next day or two. Oh, well, that's the short term. 7-3, 86SW.
Okay, missed the tail end of that, except I got your call, but I missed the last few sentences. The band decided to go back where it was earlier. 73s, we'll see you Sunday night, Rich, and maybe 432 tomorrow. We'll listen for you. We will listen for you on 432 tomorrow. We'll listen for you on 432 tomorrow. KD6SW, KO6HS, K6MYC, clear and going back to the Bay Area for late checks and mist.
So long, Mike.
7-3. Okay, Bay Area, KB6, Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, W6 PQL, KF6 QCH, K6 VBP, K6 KLY, WB6 WIN, WNI I should say, anybody else, WA6AXX, perhaps K6MYC, Bay Area, late checks or missed, over.
W6PQL.
Not doubling, this is Whiskey Bravo 6, Whiskey November, India, 1090.
1090 and 1296. Good evening, Gary. And we have you as well, Jim. Did you, well, you don't work him on this band. I was going to say, did you work 52 tonight? But no, you don't do that here. Okay, 1296 is logged in also. And we'll see how you did on your golf game today. Anyway, Gary, take a transmission. You're not real strong. I must not be pointed at you. I'll bring you up a little bit, and then we'll go back to Jim, W6PQL. WB6WNI, K6MYC.
K6MYC with Jim there on the side. Here is WB6WNI. Your signal strength tonight is about the same. You're peaking about S9, which is normal, but there's a lot of, this time we're going to say QSB, a lot of QSB tonight, but it peaks at S9. Yes, we just finished dinner, but Mike, I'm now encouraged, very encouraged. Listen to YouTube. YouTube, the 6-meter net, 923. Yes, what you thought was a QSO down here in the valley was me calling you, and you can hear me. Now that you know it's me, you'll hear me at 923, but I was impressed. I think I will just find that beam, because if the 10-meter vertical can do well enough like that, the 6-meter beam should be much better. So I will try to put that together. I'm encouraged. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you so you can give it to Jim, and then we'll say 73 to you and Judy. K6MYC, WB6WNI.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. What's the deal with 923? What are you trying to tell me about 923?
Oh, that's the timestamp. The timestamp on YouTube is almost at the last minute, Mike. The very last minute. So at 923, you can hear me calling you.
Okay. I never have gone back to the YouTube and listened. I've never listened on the stream, but I guess I could. I just never thought about doing that here. Okay, no worries. Got it? Hopefully we'll hear you next Monday anyway, regardless. Hi. All right, let me go over to Jim, W6PQL. Jim, finish her up and tell us how many balls you lost today. W6 Papa Queen London, K6MYC.
0 losses, so I guess that's a pretty good thing. Generally, if you ignore the scores, which I like to do, I gauge my performance by how many balls I lose, but I didn't lose any today. So that was good. Almost, but I found it. And the score was 83, so it's not too bad. I was putting better, but it's a typical thing, you know, I kind of tire on the back nine. Front nine, I do pretty well. I had a birdie on the first hole, and I thought, boy, I'm going to turn pro. And then I followed that up with 3 pars on the front nine and that birdie. And the back nine, all I got was 1 par, and the rest are bogeys. So not too bad overall, I guess. K6MYC, W6PQL. I'm happy. I'm going to golf tomorrow, too.
Yeah, good deal. Congratulations on the birdie, and certainly on the 3 pars backing it up. It looks like the game is smoothing out a little bit. Played 3 days in a row now. See, it's just practice makes perfect, Jim.
You know, it's really funny. When I'm over in there in the Azores, I don't golf over there because there's no golf course. It's on the island that I'm on. You got to go like a 2-hour plane ride to get to one. So I don't bother. So it's about 6 weeks to 2 months. And when I come back, I usually, my first couple of games are usually crowding the high 70s. And then I deteriorate from there. So it's good to take some time off sometimes.
Oh, it works backwards, huh? That's weird. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, congratulations on the pars. That's wonderful. I don't remember making par very often except on small courses. Get me on the big courses, I'm a sprayer, and I just go, it takes me 4 strokes just to get near the green. Over.
Well, I know what you mean. The long courses, I don't generally score very good on those because I don't hit very far anymore. You know, my driver, I can go maybe 170, and it used to be 200. So I've lost about 30 yards over the last 15 to 16 years or so. So the longer par 4s I can't get on in regulation. But if I can get on in regulation, I can generally get a par out of it. Couple of putts and I'm in. I'd like to do better than that, but I should be satisfied with that, right?
Yep. Well, you should buy some of those balls that give you the extra 30 yards back. Aren't they illegal but on the market?
You know what I saw one guy do one day? He had a golf club that was special. He put a 22 blank cartridge in it, fired it off, and that's how he launched his golf ball. He had some disability. He couldn't swing, so that's how he did it.
I'll be darned. Well, I thought they also had balls that were super hot, don't they? Or are you already using those?
Well, you know, the golf is like any other thing where they're selling you a bunch of stuff. They say, well, you know, this is a very forgiving club. You know, if you make a mistake, it's very forgiving. These golf balls go hard and fast. These fly long. These are soft. Well, I don't know what all that means, but it's all marketing. The golf balls pretty much behave the same.
Okay. Thanks for the lesson there. I believed the hype, and of course I scored poorly. See you later. See you tomorrow night, Jim. Good evening for now on W6PQL. Do you want to take a standby and see? I did not hear Mike tonight, so you might tell me if you heard anybody else here. I only got 1 check-in when I came through the first time over.
No, I didn't hear Mike, and it's a little bit late for him to be in here, but let me just see. Mike, KB6WFC, are you here? W6PQL? Nope, he's not here tonight, Mike.
Okay, well, we got WNI now. We got you, and we got Jim, JNN, but that's it. It's very, very slim tonight.
How'd we stack up against Coast Gold?
Course Gold smoked you.
Oh, my. Again?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. We got K6 VBG, KG6 Charlie Echo Fox. Well, no, actually, it's 3-3. KB6 KR6, no, KM6 SRR, We're missing two of the regulars. 107 and 803 were not in here. And they normally are in here. That gives us 5 with no sweat. Over.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, I think J&N was here, wasn't he?
Yeah, J&N was there.
Okay, so we're missing a lot of the regulars. Okay. Well, someday we'll do the smoking, but not today.
Okay. 7-3, one last call. Lead checks are missed in the Bay Area, please. K6MYC. No, I went to bed, and I'm going to go get my dinner. Thank you, Jim. 7-3. Rob, do you want to go south?
Okay, I'll see what Eddie's up to. KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by.
How about KB6RQU? We haven't heard him for a week or so now. KB6RQU, KE6BK, W6PYP, W6LAD, anybody, K6MYC, N6SWR wasn't in here either. And we got the same number that we had earlier, nothing. How can we work 5 guys in LA and we can't work anybody in Bakersfield?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, we got quite a list. I think we're in the 40s, but I don't know. That's a pretty good list. Anyway, I'm going to close, and I'll give the list to Judy and let her sort it out with you in the morning. I can't count them, but it looks like a pretty full page of numbers here.
Yeah, I'm showing 42.
Okay, yeah, that's my guess. Be in the low 40s. Thanks, Rob. Thanks to you, Aaron, for your participation as always. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night on 432. K6MYC Bozo Net clearing from the Northern California Bozo Net on 2 meters. 7-3 all.
Alrighty, good night, Mike. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
Good night, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SR, 73.
7-3, Rob.
And good night, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR, 73.
Yeah, good night, Rob. And good night to everybody on YouTube. K6USY.